Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bridget.
And I'm Wendy.
And this is
Flickin'
Flickin'
Beans.
What the fuck with this weather?
I don't understand.
Ugh. Do you think people in more like on the West Coast, let's say, if you've never seen snow before, do you think they just picture it as this lovely falling flakes? But no, they have no idea. Blizzard.
A few years ago, I was living in California and I came back to Iowa in February for our Bacon Fest gig.
Oh, yeah.
And if you remember, there was a huge blizzard that night. And these guys weren't like they'd never seen snow, but they were lifelong Californians. So they'd been skiing or whatever. And several times one of them went out in his shorts and then had to come back and be like, oh, I thought it'd be okay for just a second. I'm like, no, it's not.
No.
And they were doing snow angels and he just, from a stand, fell backwards flat.
What?
And I'm like, you can't. And like, it hurt. And I'm like, the snow is not a pillow.
It's not. Oh my God.
And I was like, anyway, we were also drinking.
I can't believe that. But if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. He's like, I just thought the snow would be softer.
I know. You would think the snow would be softer.
Yeah.
But no, it can have a crust of ice on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Anywho, it's going to get nice. Are you guys going to just hole up?
Yeah, absolutely. I tried to get a freaking grocery delivery this morning, but Walmart wouldn't let you do delivery today, I'm guessing because they're anticipating the snow.
Those fuckers.
I know. I'm
Are
like,
you
it's
serious?
Not, yeah.
I did last night because yesterday morning I got up and I have to work on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So I got up and realized immediately that I was completely out of toilet paper.
Oh, no.
Right? And then I was like, okay, I'll figure that out. And I go make my coffee, pour a cup, realize that my half and half is sour.
Oh.
I was just like, what the hell? This is no way to wake up.
No.
And if you are out of toilet paper during a blizzard, you are fucked.
Yeah, or a pandemic too.
You need the 3 shells.
Okay, bringing that up, we need to watch that movie.
We will.
Okay.
So this week's movie
is The Great Outdoors, 1988. Currently streaming for free on Tubi, or if you don't want to watch a bunch of ads about online mobile casinos, you can rent it on Amazon Prime. Because I don't know, did you watch it on Tubi?
I watched it on Tubi.
And yeah, they have a lot of ads, which is annoying, but the most annoying ones are the ones with the slot machine ads, and it just plays a slot machine and makes all the noises, and I hate it so much.
Oh my God. Do you know what I've been hooked on lately? I'll put it on while I'm working. Judge Judy.
Oh.
The cases are real. The courtroom is real.
Sassy.
But in between, when they do commercials on that, it's like Roku Live TV, whatever. They're all commercials targeting people on Medicare and Medicaid. And they're all these like, oh, they don't want to tell you this program exists. Well, this is something I've already been paying for. And there's a few of these commercials that are very much geared toward Black people.
Okay.
The person speaking is Black. And saying things like, I ain't got no, it's very offensive.
Oh, that reminds me of the Letterkenny episode where it tries to make a video and has each one of the ethnicities and then tells them they have to be like the stereotype of it. And Gail, the Black bartender, is like, what's up, bitch? Or something like that. He's like, you get the assignment.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that episode.
Yeah. So it was for a political ad.
You got to have every stereotype for a political ad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commercials are out of control. If it's not for Medicaid, it's for some kind of prescription drug, which they're now advertising Zepbound, which is tirzepatide, the weight loss and diabetes drug. Now they're advertising it as a treatment for sleep apnea.
Interesting.
Which, I mean, it makes you lose weight, which helps your sleep apnea. I don't think it could directly help it.
That's reaching.
Yes, I agree. But it is something that I watched during this movie.
Wow.
So.
Well, I mean, they could just go on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
About things that happen in your body when, you lose weight.
Yeah, exactly. So many things improve, and that's why the drugs are great. I mean, I'm on one. I felt like, is this even true?
It's weird. I like commercials and I like advertising, but I look at it with a critical eye.
Yeah.
And I am so skeptical all the time. And no, not skeptical. You should always be suspicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're selling you something.
Yeah. And I work in advertising, so I know these conversations that happen when they decide the messaging.
Right.
And with health stuff, I feel like you have to be more careful, but they obviously must have gotten some kind of FDA approval to prescribe it for that. I appreciate a good ad too, because it's creativity, and I go, oh man, that was a genius idea. I wish I would have had.
Right.
Sometimes, yeah.
You know, they'll pick certain words and phrases that they know are going to get inside your head. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the mini European facelift commercial? I'm Dr. Tierney.
I feel like, yes, I have.
And at the end, he goes, to eliminate your wrinkles and reduce your jowls. And I'm like, fuck you talking about my jowls.
I know.
God.
That's one thing I didn't anticipate worrying about when I aged. Like, I just thought I'd be worried about wrinkles.
Yeah.
Turns
and you
out
have none.
I have some, but I have good genetics.
You know, you have snail mucin.
Well, I do take care of my skin, but I have good genetics and I take really good care of my skin. But it has not stopped me from starting to get jowls.
Yeah, no.
Like, and I'm getting a little bit of a turkey neck, and there's not much I can do about it.
That's a waddle.
Yeah.
Ally McBeal.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? And the character
We've talked about it, I think, yeah.
You like to stroke the waddle. Ew.
Something for everyone.
Yep. That's nasty. Okay, anyway, back to the movie.
Back to the movie. So, we went on a tangent there about Tubi, but honestly, Tubi, I like it because, man, there's everything you could ever want on there, and it's free.
Yeah.
So, if you can suffer through some terrible ads, it's all good. But if you don't want to, it's like $4 on Amazon.
So, The Great Outdoors is the story of the Ripleys, which is John Candy and his wife, Stephanie Faracy, and they play Chet and Connie Ripley. They're kids. Buck is the older one. And I don't even think I could find the name of the younger one. So he is so irrelevant.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit of comic relief.
Yeah. John Candy doesn't care about bonding with him, I guess.
I don't think so. And then we've got the Craigs, which is Dan Aykroyd and Annette Bening, and they are Roman and Kate. That's Chet's brother-in-law. And the kids are Kara and Mara, and they are redheaded twins right out of The Shining.
Yes, yes.
So creepy. So, okay, the gist of the movie is that Chet remembers going to this cabin in Wisconsin when he was younger. So they drive from Chicago for this big kind of spend the summer together with the family and bond and stuff. And it's A, not quite what they expected. And then B, you see Roman and Kate.
In the Beamer.
I thought it was a Mercedes.
Was it?
At any rate.
Oh, it was. You know what? It was a Mercedes.
They are rich, and you know this right away. One thing I noticed, though, is that while Chet and Connie are just tooling down toward the cabin in their like family truckster.
Yeah.
Roman is driving like a bat out of hell. He is determined. And you're like, what are they doing? Why are they in such a hurry? It's creepy. So basically they crash. Not the car, but the vacation.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That was a funny choice.
That was good.
Obviously, this is the stereotype of the rich snobs because, well, they're awful.
Yeah.
Roman is awful.
Terrible.
And Chet's just like so, I mean, John Candy, you know, he's not gonna haul off and hit somebody. He's gonna just have this awkward, uncomfortable laugh and, you know, try to hold it in.
Yeah.
But Roman is the worst. And he thinks he's the best.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about people like that is the reason that they have gone after success so hard is because they're insecure.
Yeah.
And then they must talk about it because they're insecure.
Right.
So yeah, it all comes from a place of insecurity. So right from the get jump, from the get-go,
Jump cat?
jump. I mix those up. Right from the jump, he's definitely not who he says he is, because why would he even be here if he really doesn't want to be in the woods and they could have been in Europe? Like, that's bullshit.
And they weren't invited.
Exactly.
Oh, wouldn't you be so pissed?
I would tell them to get the fuck out of there. Maybe I wouldn't. They're family. I thought this had a lot of parallels. It was basically National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but in the woods.
I see that.
Because it's like Dan Aykroyd is sort of like Randy Quaid character in that, except that he's more like him than you think in the beginning, except he's rich instead of poor. But it's sort of like a very similar dynamic, showing up unannounced, just really grinding on Chevy Chase's gears, John Candy's gears. So I was like, yeah, this is like that movie, but in the woods.
Yeah, it's that uncomfortable, like, situation.
Right.
Situational. I found this movie to be deeper than it appears.
Yeah.
And very touching. And lessons were learned.
Yes.
I mean, it's a good movie and it holds up.
Yeah, it really does. And there's a few things, they're husband and wife, but the dynamic between Chet and Connie was a little weird in parts, like in the beginning when he just starts undressing her.
So, I saw that as, okay, they've got this teenage kid and they're still really in love.
Yeah.
And they giggle and he flirts and he was trying to get it on and she, they're still in love.
Yeah, it was actually ended up being cute, but at the beginning of that interaction, I was like, it gave me the ick. Just because I know, like, when I'm cleaning, I don't want to be being hit on.
Well, she did say no at first.
Yeah, that was it. It wasn't really the undressing of her. It was, But their relationship is cute. And then later on, when they're alone, Chet is just like, I'm leaving. I can't do this. And then he picks her up by the neck.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And throws her down like he's going to choke her. But he's kidding.
Yeah.
But it's terrifying to think that, like, your husband could do that to you.
Well, there's size difference for one.
Yeah, big size difference.
I was just calling her, like, a little sprite.
Yeah. And she thinks it's funny, and it must be, like, a bit that they do.
Yeah.
But the second that he did that, I was like, just like,
he's at his wits' end.
Don't choke your wife.
Roman and Kate, on the other hand, do not have a good marriage.
No.
And they do not have a sex life, which comes up later.
The washing machine.
Yes.
Speaking of, have you seen or heard the new Casey Musgraves song? It's called Dry Spell.
Okay.
And it's talking about how she's going through a dry spell. And at one point she's like, I've been sitting on the washing machine.
Go find yourself a spin cycle.
Yeah.
Kate. That was so great.
But I liked that Connie was like kind of curious. She's like, oh, does that work?
Yeah, right?
Like, maybe we should go sit on the washing machine.
Right? And too bad I have to go to the laundromat.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward.
Why are we blowing through so many quarters?
God damn. Plus, you have to wait so long for the spin cycle to come around.
It's true.
Here's what I noticed kind of happening. Find out later why Roman is there. And I was like, this is like when you schmooze a client.
Absolutely.
Except Chet doesn't know he's the mark. Mm-hmm. If you were in business together and you knew that was occurring, then it wouldn't be so weird for Roman to be like, we're having lobster, or a round of golf or something to discuss the deal. But poor Chet doesn't know. So everything seems just over the top and like showing off. Hot dogs. Gonna grill those hot dogs? No, you're not. We're having lobster tails.
You know what's in hot dogs?
Lips and assholes.
Yeah.
The raccoons are the best.
I know that line where they're
best.
like, yeah, I love lips and assholes.
Yeah. Oh, and rocks on the trash can lids? Well, that won't work.
Yeah. That made me laugh because, wow, I've seen raccoons do a lot of crazy shit.
Uh-huh.
I saw one move. It was a small TV, but somebody had put a TV on top of their trash can so they couldn't get in. I watched raccoons move it.
I pictured just like furniture movers coming out of the house, each holding a corner of the TV.
Right.
Like we're we're going
Yeah.
with this.
And they work together to do stuff. They'll climb on each other's backs to get into dumpsters. I've seen that. When we went camping one time, we had one open our cooler and steal a single egg. And
I remember that.
it was so like careful with the egg not to break it. It took it out of the container. Like it didn't even rip the container. I was like, wow, that's some dexterity.
Yeah.
And later on, the next night, we put a bungee cord over it, and the raccoon couldn't figure that out. But we heard him trying to get in there, like snapping it and stuff.
Jesus. They're so smart.
So smart and adorable.
Yeah. Well, I had a pet one. You know that.
Yeah.
His name was Bill.
Yeah, I guess we should say, while we're talking about raccoons, why that it's particularly funny is because they subtitle them.
Yes.
And so you get the dialogue of the raccoons, and they're very funny. And I like, especially, I think the last time we see them, there's no trash. And they're like, well, maybe the humans kept it inside. And
Which they did.
And he's like, ew, inside? Well, humans aren't very clean animals.
Right.
Which is so true. We're the dirtiest animal.
But besides that, when they go to clean up the trash, he's like, there's maggots in the meat?
Yeah.
How long has the trash been there?
I know.
Maybe it's like the whole summer's worth.
Yeah.
No.
Gross.
Yeah.
Well, the owners of the cabin tell them that they cleaned it and they didn't. And a bunch of fishermen had just been there. And so there's like fish in the shower.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. Why would you?
Yeah.
Have fish everywhere.
You would clean them in the kitchen. Actually, most people
just maybe you just had one in your hand and you're like, I gotta go take a piss, and then you gotta set it down so you can hold your ding dong.
What could be so urgent?
Right. He was holding a fish while he was rocking a piss. Oh, I did write this down. The raccoons also say something about their articulate fingers.
Yes.
That's why they can grab stuff.
They have one of the few species that have thumbs, besides all the apes, I think.
They can open peanut butter jars. Mm-hmm. That's nuts.
Yep.
Ugh, they are so cute, though.
I want to befriend one or a colony of them, and I don't know.
Do what my dad did and shoot a raccoon and realize that it has a litter.
Oh, man. That's what my grandpa did, too. My mom had.
Farmers have to protect their crop.
Yeah, they'll get in there. They'll kill chickens, and they'll definitely steal all their eggs.
Oh, yeah.
We may or may not have a raccoon in our attic right now. We have something crawling around up there.
Oh, no.
Joel went up on the roof and even closed up some spots that seemed like what could be where it was getting in. But, well, we saw that they broke in again, whatever it is. So I don't know. It sounds bigger than a squirrel to me.
Uh-oh.
But I don't know. We haven't seen it. We just hear it sometimes.
Whoa.
So, yeah, we got some, anyway, maybe I already have a pet raccoon.
When we lived in Sheldon, that crappy house next door had a big hole up in the peak of it. Do you remember this?
I do, the duck.
It was a fucking duck. And I watched this duck land, crawl into the hole, come back out.
Yeah.
When do you ever see a duck?
True. I never see ducks flying very much,
No.
Yeah.
And or just on the ground or landing anywhere. We also had geese in the yard at one point. Now that's scary.
Yeah. I went on a walk at work the other day and they have a little pond and there was a couple geese. And of course they were standing right in the path. So I couldn't really go around them. Yeah. And they hissed at me, and I've been bit by a goose before. So I was nervous, but they just hissed. They didn't come after me. I was like, you're in my way. Go.
And they bite and twist.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
It's like a really tight pinch.
Yes.
It's not fun.
No. Assholes.
Oh, geese
We've
are the worst.
Been chased by a goose in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, we sped and it's just wings outstretched. They're huge.
They are.
Yes.
They're very large and so unafraid of anything.
It was scary.
They're very aggressive, I guess. Is the right word.
Well, there were goslings there too. Ryan goslings in the ditch. So I wanted to get a closer look. That's why I slowed down to begin with. But
we're about to be in that season, aren't we?
Bad idea.
Baby goose season.
Love them from afar. And watch out for their poop.
Ugh, yeah.
Oh.
A lot of wildlife in this movie. And one thing I was thinking is that this kind of movie probably couldn't be made today because I don't think you can use bears in this way anymore. These are obviously like handled bears, trained bears, and they interact with them directly several times. They're crawling on the car.
When he's like, I think we should leave. And he's got 3 bears on the car.
On the
He can't even see out the windshield.
Yeah. It's like, let me just rethink this. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have not thrown candy bars at a bear. And he throws a
nut. That's what Beetlejuice.
And they're wrapped too.
They're wrapped.
So yeah, the scene is he takes. This is the younger son.
Yeah.
That they go see the bears. John Candy, Chet throws wrapped candy bars at the bear.
Right.
And repeatedly hits the bear with them. So poking the bear literally. And then is surprised when they all come over to the car and try to scratch it.
But that place and that event, the bear dump, and people just sitting in their cars watching the bears eat garbage.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? And it's not safe.
No, is it real life? I
have no idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's somewhere like that. I mean, I would watch that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But I wouldn't throw anything at them, though. Bears really freak me out.
Close either.
Well, you should have a healthy fear of them. But they're so fast for being so big. They can run like 30 miles an hour or something like that. Crazy.
So when Chet tells the bear story that there's a bald-headed bear out there because of what? He got shot.
Yeah, he got buckshot because he tried to get into the cabin when him and Connie were on their honeymoon.
And he tells it as a fireside scary story, which freaks out all the kids.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of Roman learning how to be a good father.
Yes.
Is he overhears Chet talking to the boy just about, it's just a story as he's putting him to bed. Mm-hmm. That gives Roman the idea to go and talk to his own daughters.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was scared from a story when I was about your age. So he proceeds to tell them a horrifying story.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Army psychiatric patients
roaming
the woods, kidnapping a family and eating them.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah, and then he leaves the room going, so no more bears. Think about cuddly things. It's like, he tried, though.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of a character arc with Roman trying to be a better person. And in the end, he does something out of character that doesn't redeem him, but
kind of.
It redeems their relationship.
No, he has a few more steps to go.
Yeah.
After Roman has a change of heart, only because of the things that Kate is saying to him. Chet ended up giving him this money for this investment, which really wasn't real. I think he just wanted it to live on. They were broke. Sell the fucking Mercedes. How about that?
Yeah. Stop buying lobster tails for $28 a piece.
Right. At that point, he's coming clean to Chet and Connie about how they're actually broke. And this is a surprise to Kate, too. Meanwhile, it's pouring rain, and those creepy little girls run off and go into a mine?
Yeah.
Dummies, what?
And it doesn't seem like they really care. The first time, because this is the second time they go into the mine or go near the mine at the end, because the property owner warns Roman that he saw his daughters running around this mine.
Exactly.
And it's dangerous, and they don't really care.
No, nothing is even remarked upon.
And they don't notice the girls are gone for a while.
Right.
They're just looking around like, all of a sudden Kate's like, where are our daughters? Where are your daughters? How do you... They had boots and raincoats on. They got all ready to leave. So nobody was watching them.
Always matchy too. It's
so
cute. But yeah, that's when they do figure out that the girls, Roman and Chet, are searching for them in the woods without a flashlight in the rain. And they figure out that they're in the well. And that's where Roman becomes a father sort of father figure.
Yeah.
Because he's claustrophobic. He doesn't parent normally. He ends up going down there. And John Candy wouldn't have fit down there.
No.
So he's going off, I'll get you rope. They're figuring this out. Although, why they couldn't have just thrown down a rope and pulled the girls up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so he's down there and, he's like, oh my God, I love you girls, and holds them and rescues them all by himself. And I think that experience changed him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any, traumatic experience where you're like forced to face anyone's mortality, especially your kids, that should change you, I would hope. And yeah, it does. It softens him up. And he also, I think, realizes he's capable in that moment, which makes you a better father too, because it's hard to parent people if you don't feel like you have good things to offer them. And I think he kind of just feels like the only thing he has to offer is money. And he has failed at that too.
You're so right.
Yeah.
So they go back to the cabin without even going, hey, Chet,
yeah. How did they not cross each other?
I have no idea.
In paths. But yeah, you would then, when Chet comes back, it's not weird that nobody decided to tell him that they were back. And they're like, where have you been? Ha ha ha.
Oh my God. And they really were in danger because that bald-headed bear was in there.
Right
behind them.
Yeah, he accidentally pulls the bear out of the well when he thinks he's saving Dan and the girls.
The bear's tugging on the rope like, a toy.
Yeah.
He's like, little help here. And he has a smart idea of wrapping the rope around the tree so that he's pulling. The way that works is he's pulling himself toward the mouth of the mine, which makes him come face to face with the bear. So great. Big bear chase, big bear chase, big bear chase me. No one can understand what he's saying when he runs in and slams the door of the cabin.
I know, poor John Candy. He had to do a lot of athleticism that he didn't want to do.
It's like Paul Blart.
Yeah.
Surprisingly nimble. Woo-hoo! Coffee break! Let's talk about our beans.
Hey Bean Flickers, have you followed us yet? We are on Instagram and Facebook at Flickin' Beans Pod. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a review. True, yeah. He runs a lot in this, and he's we didn't even talk about that part, but we'll finish with the bear. But that scene with the bear pushing down the door, there's obviously like a fake dummy underneath the door when their bear's jumping on it, but it is a real bear really jumping in the scene on the door.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow, that's so crazy.
I mean, yeah, they used to really abuse bears a lot.
Yeah.
Like the whole bear on the sidecar of a motorbike.
Mm-hmm.
I read that they would actually pull out their teeth.
Oh, so they weren't as dangerous?
Yeah, supposedly not as dangerous, but I mean...
If they still have their claws, I mean...
Yeah.
That's, their mouth too, but their claws are just crazy.
Maybe they declawed them like cats.
Yeah, which that's another thing that I think a lot of people maybe still don't realize how barbaric declawing is. Because I didn't know that. We grew up doing it. My parents did it to our cats. And then when I found out what it actually was, I was like, I'm never doing that.
I don't think vets do it anymore.
Oh, really?
I do not think so.
I know it was made illegal in a few states, but I don't think it's technically illegal federally or anything.
Well, I'll bet that if you asked your vet to do it, that they would definitely, talk you out of it.
Yeah.
If they did perform that particular surgery. Oh, it's so nasty.
I know. I'm glad that that's a thing. I mean... Just don't get a cat if you're worried about it scratching something, Don't get a cat.
Take my cats, honestly. They're the worst. Okay, so the skiing.
Yeah. Roman insists that they get a jet boat instead of the pontoon that they were planning on because it's cooler, it's flashier, and that's Roman style. And then Chet's trying to teach the younger son how to water ski, and they're doing it right off the dock, which absolutely nobody does that.
Does not make sense.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Not only that, they're not even on the edge of the dock with the rope. They're way back, almost to shore.
Yeah.
So there's a whole runway.
Yeah. Roman ends up taking off while Chet is still holding onto the rope. Have you ever water skied?
Yes.
It is very tough to hold on to yourself. I've never been able to do it for very long.
There's that there's that thing in your head that says let go of the rope, but there's that other thing in your head that says no, I can get this. I can get stood up. I have had the most forceful enema from water skiing because I didn't let go of the rope.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
I could never get the hang of it.
And I can never go, I'm too afraid to cross the wake. And my brother would be driving the boat and he would be turning and just so that you had just trouble everywhere. No, I don't last too long.
Yeah. So
it's fun though.
Yeah. I like tubing. That's more my speed because you can just, same kind of thing, but it doesn't hurt as much. Yeah. But yeah, so he ends up getting dragged all over this lake and he still just never lets go of the rope.
The kid is yelling, let go, let go.
And
oh, yes. And when he's like, you bastard, what is he saying? Connie goes, oh, I think he said faster.
Because he clearly looks like he's having a good time.
Oh, yeah. And she says, oh, I love to see him relaxing like this. There's nothing relaxing about that.
No, and they're clotheslining a bunch of people in their boats.
What? Yeah.
And is wild.
Talk about seeing your own mortality.
Yeah. That scene gave me a lot of anxiety. I don't know. But it was funny.
It was great.
You go over at the end, he goes through all the pussy willows and the vegetation. And that was almost his last straw. He's like, I can't. Almost. I'm going to be picking burrs out of my ass for weeks. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I don't know what it is. It's, so the guy that runs there was a birthday party for an old fucker who's like 100, right?
Yeah.
And they attend the birthday party, and he's sitting over there with a paper hat on in his wheelchair. This is Weekend at Bernie's in the woods. They just think he can't hear or whatever. Get in there, kids. Let's get a picture.
Yeah.
The kids kissing him. The two twins kiss him on the cheek. No, that's cute. What old man wouldn't like to be kissed on the cheek by a couple little girls? A dead one.
Yeah.
Ew. There's another vacation situation when Aunt Edna is dead and everybody's like jumps out of the car to get away from it. Yeah. After they realize that the guy's dead, Chet goes, wash up, go wash your hair. Why would that matter?
I don't know. Humans are weird about dead bodies.
Oh, yeah. Which I sure am.
I get it. It reminded me of that song. I think it's a Joe Diffie song. Prop me up beside the jukebox if I die. I don't want to go to heaven, but I don't want to go tonight.
Wow.
Fill my boots up with sand. Put a stiff drink in my hand. Nice. Prop me up beside the jukebox if I die.
Gross, right?
Yeah, that was what that guy was thinking. Maybe he had that in his will. That song came out after this movie, I think, though.
God. Creepy. They don't do human taxidermy, do they?
I don't know if that's legal.
I can't believe that came out of my head.
Well, actually, they kind of do. Haven't you ever been to an open casket funeral? That's human taxidermy, really. I mean, they don't stuff them full of anything, but they're full of chemicals and...
Yeah, you're right. Gross.
Yeah, we do. We just don't usually leave them in our home.
Right. Well, they do weird stuff. They sew their eyelids and they sew their lips shut and they break all their fingers.
Ew, I didn't know that.
So that they can lay them naturally.
Oh. Yeah, because the body gets stiff, right? So you can't move it around.
Rigor.
Yeah.
Breaking fingers is a rigorous pursuit. I didn't do that. And we didn't even go into the stupid love story.
Yeah, it was a side thought.
It was like kind of dumb.
I think that somebody wrote the script for this movie and then they were like, I think it needs a little bit of a romance story and it was added on as a extra thing because it didn't
even need it at all.
No.
And the teenage boy wants to kind of walk around town. There's carnivals and all this arcades and shit. Meets a local. I'm more local than you can imagine.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
She's just lived there her whole life? I don't know.
Yeah. She's a local.
Yeah.
Big whoop.
Right.
I know about guys like you, that kind of whole thing. Like, but it's a summer love, and, you know, you're going to stay together. They're like 15.
Yeah. No, they're not.
Although she seemed about 18.
Yeah, she seemed older.
It's the 80s. It's that hair and the weird makeup.
Yeah.
It doesn't, looking back, they just don't look even right for their age, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you agree on that. That whole thing didn't even need to be in there. They didn't even need to have a teenage son.
Yeah.
Not at all.
True. It could have just been the one son that he's trying to bond with, not two. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I think. I love this movie. I love all John Candy movies.
Yeah. I think we talked about that when we watched Cool Runnings, that I kind of forgot how much I love John Candy. And again, yeah, the parallel between Paul Blart, because I love Kevin James too. But yeah, the physicality that he brings to the roles, even though he's like, well, he's a big figure, so he brings a presence, I think. Like the story when he's telling the bear, like, he's a great storyteller.
Yes.
It wasn't that scary of a story, but he was good at telling it scary. And I think, yeah, I just love him.
Yep. So great. Anything else?
I don't know. Oh, other than that he makes the bear, the bald-headed bear, also bald-butted.
Yes.
Was a great way to end the film.
Poor bear.
I know.
Little butt cheeks.
Yeah. Do you think they shaved the bear? Probably.
It looked like it was prosthetic.
Oh, the butt. Yeah.
It was a round butt.
Yeah.
Like a person butt.
Yeah. The butt. But the head, I think they really shaved the bear's head.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, that makes me sad, but also it was cool in a movie. So
It was hilarious because the hair just blew off the butt. No bears were harmed in the making of this movie. Goodness.
yeah.
All right. Did we do it?
I think we did it.
We
flicked some beans. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.